Hello everybody. It's been a while since we've done a challenge, but this one was initiated by XLToffroadbear. So yeah, I will respond to the challenge call, and he asked to see was it top 5 favorite cars in your collection. Well, I already failed at that. It's hard to pick a top 5 when you have thousands, okay? Yeah. So what I did is I picked my top 5 favorite cars to collect. Not, well, like, because he said, well, I basically just said the same thing. Type of car. So, certain car to collect, not a certain model from a certain brand, but a certain car in general. So you'll see what I mean, and you'll see how it's different. I didn't realize. It sounded better than my head, let's put it that way. So first, number 5, the Toyota Hiace. You know I love these things. I don't know where that came from, but we'll roll with it. So, I'll show you all my Hiaces then. That's what we're doing. That's what we'll do here. So, Toyota Hiace is my 5th favorite car to collect, I guess, for putting it that way. Here it is. This is the 3rd gen, I think. I don't know if it's a 3rd gen or 4th gen from Tomica. This one will be getting a repaint and that hole filled in. This was an ambulance. Now, if you don't know, the Toyota Hiace is used as an ambulance in Japan. It's been for years. This is a 80s casting. 88. So, yeah, even from the 80s it was being used as an ambulance, and they still use it as an ambulance today, alongside the Nissan Elgrand and the, I don't know if it's a Suzuki Columbia. I know it's called the Columbia, but I don't know who makes it. Suzuki or maybe Nissan, I don't know. I should have looked into that one, but we'll put the 3rd gen back, or yeah, 3rd gen, 4th gen back there. This is the 5th gen Toyota Hiace ambulance. So from 4th to 5th, or yeah, I think this is the 3rd though, because it is the 80s model. So it definitely changed a lot. And now the ambulances have these extended roofs and more lights than just one. Tomica model still has the opening trunk like it used to in the 80s. So I actually have 2 of these ambulances. Actually, I have 1 of each of them too. I'm going to be customizing. I've used ones. This one's about mint, and this one is mint. This one's just about mint. Toyota Hiace. And then we got the stock version. Oh my god, I dropped it. Surprise. Shocker. Then we got the 6th gen. Or no, this is the 5th. Still the 5th of the Toyota Hiace. This is a stock one here. This came out in 2019 from Tomica. It says copyright 2018. That's actually right. This is the 2018 model Hiace. Tomica claims it's a 2019, but it's actually the 2018 because the 2019 got a facelift, and now instead of it having like this flat front, that it actually has a hood, so they kind of extended the front end of it, which I don't like, because every generation of the Hiace has had this flat front and then the sloped window, so I don't know why they would change it. So it was good up until the 5th gen. The 6th gen is questionable. And then of course we got the satellite communication car. Toyota Hiace. So yeah, I am a big fan of the Hiace for whatever reason. I was gonna get the Kyosho one on eBay. I still haven't pulled the trigger because I just bought that Toyota Chaser, which, you know, with these top picks of collections, you know, that can change at any second. When I get that Toyota Chaser in, man, it's gonna go up there. And it might knock the Hiace out of the top 5. But, yep, that's the Hiace. I will be collecting as many as I can of these. Stick them off to the side. This is why I didn't bring the turntable out, because if I take my time on these cars, we are not going to get through this. Next, the Toyota Crown. Oh, yes. Here is the 70s Crown. Now, I have no idea what generation this is. The Toyota Crown has been in production since the 50s. This is a 70s one. So, it's got to be on its like 11th generation now because it has said so many. It's been released so many times. This is a summer casting. It is rusted. Someone painted it rusted, I guess. Yeah, and that happens. These are actually Maisto wheels I thought would look great on this. I'm going to paint it black eventually. Let's stick the wheels back on it. It's actually been sitting in the background off the side of the turntable in the trees. So this is the 70s Crown. If you didn't know, back in the 50s, Toyota used to be called Toyopet. So they had the Toyopet Crown. So that's where it originated. And because of Toyota's love for crowns for whatever reason, because they have a bunch of cars named after their crowns. Because they got the Toyota Crown, of course, the Toyota Camry, Corolla, Corona, and is that it? Yeah, the Camry, Corona, and Corolla are all three of them are they're crown in, one of them's crown in Latin, one of them's crown in Japanese, and one of them is crown in little crown in Japanese or Latin. I don't remember. I gotta re-look into that. Then they had the Toyota Sapphire, which is the Toyota Scepter. The Toyota Scepter, which goes hand in hand with the crown. So you can see they're a fair there with the crowns. But we're gonna skip right from the 70s to 2010. Actually, it says 2011 with this model Crown. This is probably my favorite. The 2010. Well, I can't say that. The 90s ones are pretty nice, but from Tomica at least, this is my favorite casting. Well, it was. The newest one, which I'll show in a second, that one's got me attached to it. Nice suspension on that one. Then we got the 2015 Crown. I think it's 2015. Tomica usually says 2013. It's older than I thought it was. I still need the police version of this one. Very poor suspension on that one, by the way. I really want the police version of that, but it's kind of harder to get because it was a multi-pack exclusive. So, and then here is the 2020 Crown, which is just beautiful. That thing, they kind of messed up. They're going back to the roots with this one, but I think they are discontinuing the Crown, which is very unfortunate. What's Japanese police department's going to use for the police vehicle now? They always use the Crowns. Well, I guess they could use the Nissan Skylines. Or they could still use Toyota Mark X's, actually. Those are usually their undercover cop cars, though. But they got 4 Crowns here. I really want more Crowns. Let's pull them off the side. That thing I'll restore in the summer. It's a summer casting. Alright, car number 3. The Toyota AE86 Corolla Sprinter Torino GT XA Apex, or GT Apex. One of the longest names in car history, I think. The Toyota AA6, we'll just call it Hachiroku. Here's the Hot Wheel one. Yes, I did open it, but that's just because this one's going to get repainted. Because they messed up their tampo on the front here. There's some paint divots in the bumper. They left out a letter in Falcon on the back here, and Sparko scratched up. This side's good. But yeah, this one will be getting repainted, like I said in the video last Saturday, where I showed the white crown actually. And I showed the Tomica Premium Hachiroku. And I also brought out the Initial D Hachiroku. But yeah, I love the Tomica Premium one. I always believe it's pronounced Tomica. Some people call it Tomica, which is fine, you know, but I always say Tomica. I like that better. So there are my Hachirokus. Obviously I left out the old Hot Wheel casting because that is just a disgrace. So the new one, much better. Yeah, they all look good together there. And then the wheels, of course, on that one. So if you want to see me look at that one more in depth, check out the haul video. I'll link it at the end here along with Off-Road Bear's channel. What's Hachiroku? Alright, well, that was the top 3. Now, second place for my favorite, the Mitsubishi Pajaro. You know I love this car. Here we have the second generation here of the Pajaro. These are both the 2-door versions, obviously. I think there's a 4-door version. I don't know if Tomica did it or not. I think there was a 4-door version. But the second generation is very large. It's a large casting from Tomica. I don't know why. A little out of scale, but there's some crud on the base there I should wash off. 1/63rd scale. Oh. I don't know. I think the proportions are a little off. Something's not right to it, looks like. But it's a Pajaro. I respect the Pajaro. I know you know what? This might be the Evo version. I'm just realizing that. This could be the Evo. No, they don't say. That's probably why these fenders are like that. Ah. Yeah, so that's the Pajaro Evo. I'll have to look into that. They did that on purpose, I'm guessing. But they do have the first generation Pajaro, which is a lot better to scale than these ones. But I think that's because these are the Evo versions, which they were kind of bigger. They're the same size as the third gens, or the second gens, but they had the over fenders like that. But the 4th gen has to be my favorite. This is the 4th gen. Actually, we're going to we're going in reverse, I guess, here. The 4th gen is gotta be my favorite generation of the Pajaro. This is the Tomica one, of course. Just a stunner. When did this come out? 2006. Yeah, it's just as old as me, I guess. I did order, I think it's like a beige color. Maybe champagne, I don't know. But it's got the green stripe down the side of it. So it's the same casting as this, so we'll look out for that. And this is the 3rd generation here. And it's not just the Tomica. You guys know what I have. Tomica Limited Vintage. Yes. This, by far, has to be my favorite casting in my collection. Like, my favorite car ever that I own right now. this TLV Pajaro. You thought that was stunning, jeez. So it gives you the contrast between $5 to $15. Well, I paid $15 for this, probably about $20 usually. I got mine on sale. But this is probably worth about $15 now, though, because it is old and discontinued. But there we have it. That is second place. Now, for first place, that Pajaro might be my favorite casting in my collection, but it's not exactly my favorite car. You guys know what my favorite car is. You know the profile picture gives it away. It's the Nissan Skyline R34. And I have them all lined up here for you. All my different castings. I have 6 different castings of the R34. And, well, if you could call the JDAC casting. And the JDAC's huge. It's huge. It's all metal at least, but it is a huge casting. But we got the Hot Wheel from the Fast and the Furious. This was my favorite Hot Wheel release of the R34 until they did that Nismo one. I love that one. Too Fast, Too Furious, 2003. Yep, that's right. Actually, they're doing the ID version of this next year. Or not the Fast and the Furious, but the casting. It's going to be HKS. And for some reason, it has that license plate. I don't know why. The design is irrelevant to Fast and the Furious, but it's got the Fast and the Furious license plate. I don't know if that was a test image, because the vehicle still isn't done yet. But, yeah, it has that license plate. I don't know why the deco does. They might get rid of that. This one here is the green light, which was my favorite until I got that. And the Nismo one, because of the engine. Look at that RB in there. Look at that. Let's see, we gotta get a light in there. It's a little dark. Look at that. I love that. Love that detail. Wheels are okay. Well. And then there's glue in the spoiler, because the spoiler likes to pop off. But otherwise, well, and the mirrors. The mirrors are tiny. They don't pop off, but they are tiny. I don't like how small they are. Bring that back out. That was my favorite until I got that and the Nismo one. The Nismo one was my favorite until I got... Oh, wait, no, I still have one left. Before we get to my favorite R34... We got the Johnny Lightning one here, which, I mean, it's a nice casting. Just the wheels don't fit the wells very well. No pun intended. The details are nice. The casting itself is nice, except the wheel wells. I don't know. Something looks wrong with the wheel wells. The way it sits, I don't know. Then we got the Dream Tomica one. The Dream Tomica R34 from Fast and the Furious. But lacking all the sponsors. Pain in the exhaust pipe. And then of course my favorite R34 is the Tomica Premium R34. Looks like the wheels are gold. They're not gold. If it had gold wheels, that looks cool though. The wheels gold like that. I don't know why. They are not gold. They're definitely not gold. I don't know why it's showing gold through the camera. But that would look cool if it had gold wheels. I think the Dragon's Breath version has gold wheels actually. Looks like a Subaru almost. I don't know why they're showing gold on the camera there. They are silver. They're silver wheels. But yeah, see if I could actually follow what the challenge is asking. Top 5 cars in my collection. Let's get this together. Grab all. Alright. This is the top 5 out of each car I showed you today. So basically my favorite for the Hiace, the Crown, the Hiace, the R34, and the Pajaro. The Pajaro, that TLV is always going to be my favorite car in this collection. I don't think much can beat it unless TLV does an R34 GTR. They do have the R34 4-door, which I have respect for the 4-door, but it just looks long and stretched out. The car itself, there's nothing wrong with the Tomica casting, the TLV casting. TLV casting's great. I have to pick that up one day though. I'm planning on doing it, I just don't know when. And I hope the Toyota Chaser does not change my mind about the Pajaro. Well, I don't know why I hope that. It really doesn't matter. But the Pajaro is just an awesome car here. Actually, I should show you the details on the bottom of it there. Look at all that. We got the camera. Piece of crap camera. The drivetrain here is a plastic insert. The suspension piece here is a plastic insert. These bars are plastic inserts. The exhaust is a plastic insert. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Flip it the other way. Can you see the exhaust? Come on, what is wrong with this camera? I still need to do a whole review on this one day. The Pajaro. Probably the most realistic looking car in my collection, too. But there you have it. That is my top 5 challenge, which it kind of turned into my top 5 favorite cars, not favorite models in my collection. But here it is at the end here. We got it. So thanks for watching. Go check out Off-Road Bear's channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.